I was absolutely fascinated with drums. I don't know why. In my junior year, I got real friendly with a kid named Frankie Chavez, who was head of the drum line. I went over, I picked up a pair of sticks. It was the most natural feeling thing I've ever done. And then that was it, you know. And a week later, I asked my mom and dad for a set of Ludwig drums. I wanted Ludwigs, and Richard said, buy them, the resale is better. He's nice, isn't he? And all I ever heard, this is honest to God truth, is girls don't play drums. That is such an overused line, but I started it. It was so true. They said, oh, you're out of your tree.
As far as girl drummers are concerned, Karen was the first. There weren't many girl drummers that could play as well as she did.
That's another, I think, thing we think about. You said girls don't play drums, but to sing and play drums at the same time is even a little more difficult.
It was the most comfortable thing.
I don't think she intended to be a singer. She was a drummer, as far as I remember, and singing was kind of a thing that came along, and she just had this amazing gift. It came from her soul. Her voice was just beautiful.
Well, one of Karen's impacts on drummers as a whole was that more drummers became singers and would do the same simultaneously.
And I played the entire show for we were out on the road for 2 years before Richard finally said, you got to get up. You know, I mean, because we had 5 gold records, 4 or 5 gold. I think we were already into either For All We Know. Oh yeah, we were way into Superstar before I finally had to get up.
The Carpenters were on at the end of one of our seasons, and they wanted to get Karen away from the drums and get her out in front to front the band. So they asked me if I'd go on tour for the summer. And of course they had a couple of big hits. We've Only Just Begun and Close to You in 1972, and they were huge then. And we went on tour. We were doing these big stadiums, 10,000, 20,000 people showing up, and I loved it. So I just decided to stay with them. And I left the Carol Burnett show.
Petrified. You have no idea. The fear. I mean, because I didn't, there was nothing to hold on to.
No security
blanket. Nothing to hide behind. I mean, my drums, by this time, I had so many of them, all you could see were my bangs. I mean, you know, you couldn't see the mouth, you couldn't see the hands, you couldn't see anything. So we're out on the road, we're doing all the hits, and the dummy is buried behind a full set of drums. So finally, I started getting up, and I love to play. I really do. And I love to sing, you know, but I wouldn't want to give either one of them up.